All right, what do I have here on the bench? I ordered this from BD Electronics. It is a RF signal tracer. It's a full kit. They're shipping the speakers. It didn't come with this package. They misshipped it, so they went ahead and shipped me the speakers as well, so I can include that. But this is all the part that comes with it, and this is the PCB board for the signal tracer. Again, from the guys from BD Electronic Kits. I'll put a link to the websites down below, and we'll go ahead and put this together. So this is generally for all my vintage audio stuff, and that's what I'm building this for, to troubleshoot some of the signals or any leaks. Allows me to pick that up, and then something to build a probe. I believe this is the probe here. This is where the probe's going to be in this kit. And then this is going to be a the main board, which runs off a 9-volt battery. And I'll put this together and kind of show you how it comes along. I downloaded the instructions, however, I haven't got a chance to print it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and do that while I kind of sort out these parts and get this board populated with all these components inside. All right, stay tuned. So not that this is going to get too hot, but generally what I like to do is I like to give it some space when I'm soldering onto the PCB, just to give it some room for the resistor should it get hot, not to burn the PCB, and allow it to cool off. So we're going to start with R1 and work our way R2 and then R3 and so on and so on. So I'm going to go and populate all the resistors first, and I'll come right back. I don't think you need to see all the details, but yeah. And here you have the caps on. Generally, I like to install the resistors first, but in this case, I'll have to measure them to determine which is what and get the readout on that before I populate the board with that. But since I knew what the caps were, and I was able to find them on the board, I went ahead and soldered that first, and then I will go ahead and solder up the rest and keep you posted. Alright, so we follow R1, which is 3.3M, and the same instruction. It's going to be this orange, green, gold, and that's going to go right there. And generally what I do is I like to trim these leads off, kind of keep them as well. Might use them for later on, if I need to use them for like jumpers or solder other leads on. These long ones are nice. Short ones are usually toss off, but you know, usually keep these here, trim them right. And unless you're really good with flux, don't overuse it. And I probably will use some flux later on when I get to the op-amp chip, as the pins gets fairly small and it's easier with soldering paste to get those little pins. But yep, that's all little trimmings, and I'll go ahead and populate the rest of the board. Well, I'll figure stop here and kind of show you what I have on the board already. I'm only missing the diodes and the transistors, but other than that, on the op-amp chip, which is a plug in there. But yeah, made all those small little tiny components, majority of them are in. Just gotta put the two diodes, the 1N4148, two of them, and take notice of the placements on them, where they go. And they do come with these 100 nanofarad caps, 3 of them. And you just gotta remember, just based on the position, know where to place them at. But other than that, I think I have most of them in. I mean, overall, that took me about, I want to say, 20 minutes or so. soldering all the pieces together. Kind of tapped them in the front and then went back in the back and kind of flow a few more solders. This one here I use a little thermal paste since it's smaller. I wanted to really get in there and not burn the plastic. So that solder, the flux helped. And other than that, I think I'm pretty much almost done. Just gonna install the transistor and diodes, and I think then I'll be moving on to the probe part of it. And I think I have a housing of a previous one I tried to build that failed. And here's the main PCB board in all its glory. All the components populated. Next off is the RF probe. We'll get this together, and then I'll pull out this old housing I've been meaning to use for an RF probe project. And what better time than with this BD electronics kit. RF signal tracer. Alright, so again, links below if you're interested in this kit. They're fairly easy to assemble. This board took me about 20 minutes to get it populated and everything. I probably should stop doing this. I'm probably gonna start breaking some wires. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and work on this, and I'll kind of keep you posted as I populate this probe, and I'll pull everything out and show you what's inside. And here's the nifty speaker driver that goes with the kit, so I know basically if I'm running cross audio or any audio leaking. Alright, and here is the probe. All the parts on there, and I have to get this alright, so I think I found a pretty clever way to secure the pin on this probe board. Took one of the leads that I cut off previously, and I kind of wrapped it around the 3 hose and tied around the pin and have it held together with these helping arms. And I'm going to go ahead and try to solder this, and I think that should be pretty much done. I think the whole process took me probably no more than 1 hour. I'm hoping I got everything correct. Probably should. Alright. Alright, and it seems pretty secure. Everything's pretty much soldered on the front and the back. Probably gotta touch this part up a little bit just to get some better contact, but other than that, I think that's pretty much it for the probe. So I'm just gonna grab the casing, which is going to be, let me see if I can pull it out here, this thingy. That I've previously tried to put together, but was a failed attempt. So I'm going to gut this out and use this as the actual probe. Should be fun. Cool. So what I have is there is a signal tracer. I built the probe, runs off a 9-volt battery, and well, decided to vinyl wrap mine. Here's a final product. Alright, so yeah. Wrapped up with the remaining Tolex I had left, so it's not the greatest, but you know, it looks better than the plain white box that originally came with. And pretty low neat. Haven't tested out yet, but I'm gonna get some 9-volt batteries and plug it up and see how it works. Alright, so a quick sample of how this works. So I have my little amp grounded, and then